Hi everyone, it's Nalanie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be testing out an eyeshadow primer. I got my hands on the Anastasia eye primer. They only come in one shade. This, however, is not a full size, not the mini size. This is the 100 Point Perk from Sephora. I talked about it in one of our videos, letting you know that I wanted to try it out because I was having some issues applying my eyeshadow and I wasn't sure if it was the palette or if it was the eyeshadow base. So I'm always on a mission looking for good eyeshadow primers anyways, so I figured I can use my points, test this out, and see how it goes. So it's super tiny. I'm not gonna go and read everything about this primer, what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna just read what's on the little side, back, whatever packaging they got going on here. It is vegan, non-comedogenic, dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, long wearing, clinically tested, water resistant, oil free, alcohol free, gluten free. It is a white-ish primer and they say a little goes a long way. So base is pretty much done. I'm just baking a little bit and we are just going to apply this. And yeah, this is not going to be a makeup tutorial. I'm going to do something super simple, super easy. I'll show you what I'm using and everything, you know, all that as usual. But we're just going to, oh, there it goes. Okay, so I'm just taking a very small amount right here. Doesn't have any scent, and the brush I'm using is a Morphe M224 brush. So I'm going to apply. I do have oily eyelids. I don't know what it is, but my eyelids always crease. So I'm just taking a very small amount. And the only thing I have on my eyes is underneath my brows. I just added a very small amount of concealer just to clean up the brows. So they weren't lying. I literally felt like I used the tiniest amount and it's stretching. It is going a very long way. I don't know if you're supposed to set this. I'm not going to set it. But this is going on really smooth. It's not tugging. I don't feel like you need to set this. It's actually drying down to a satin powdery finish. Wait, does that make sense? It's kind of drying down to somewhat of a powdery finish. Okay, so we're just gonna do the other eye. Again, a very small amount, and I'm going to close this because I don't want it to dry out. Look, my eyelids are already getting oily. I don't know if the camera's picking up. Let's just kind of get rid of that. All right. My chair creaks really bad, so sorry. I do like bases that are more on the whiter, lighter sides just because it really makes your eyeshadow pop. But for my more natural days, I just go into a little bit of concealer or my MAC's Laying Low Paint Pot since it's really close to my skin tone. She is thick and creamy. And I don't know, I'm liking this. So this is with the eyeshadow primer on, nothing else. We're not setting it. It doesn't look or feel like it needs to be set. It seems like it dried down pretty nice, and usually where my eyelids, well, yeah, where my eyelids are, it always tends to crease, and it's doing that right now. So I am just going to, where'd that brush go? Oh. So I'm just gonna go back in and just tap that in. So I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This has just kind of been my go-to palette for the longest. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna do something really simple. I'm just gonna use this shade and this shade together. Actually, do I want to do that? Yeah, we're gonna do that. And I'm just going to buff this into the crease. Okay, so first initial impression, the shadow's going on super, super smooth. I've used a lot of primers before and I don't think any of them have really gone on this smooth right off jump. Usually you kind of have to work it in a little bit, and where I'm not 100% sure if I really, really like it, but this is actually going on incredibly smooth, very, very pigmented. I'm really, really liking this. I did have a little bit of creasing on the other side the same way I had with this side, but we're not gonna fix it because I already put the eyeshadow now. So let's see if that changes anything. Honestly, I don't think it will. I also don't want to jinx myself, because sometimes, you know, when you get really, really excited about something, it just doesn't end up working out for whatever reason. This is so good. Okay, we're gonna go in with this shade and this shade, and I'm just going to add this on to the lid. Okay, so far I'm really, really liking it. Everything went on really nice, really smooth, no patchiness, nothing weird. It's so far looking really, really good. I'm gonna jump off camera, finish the rest of my face, come back, let you guys know what I think. Okay, face is done. I didn't show you guys what I put in my inner tear duct. So I went in with this shade and mixed it together, and this is not focusing. There it goes. So this shade and this shade went into my inner tear ducts, and I used my Kylie Queen drip on my brow bone just to highlight it, and I just did a wing and my Cocoa Lashes in Queen Bee. But what we're really here for is what I think about this primer. Like I said, this is the first time I'm using it. I really, really like it. I've used this palette before. I've used it so many times. I know how this performs, and honestly, I think it applies a lot better with this primer. I've tried it with a couple of different ones, and there was very minimal fallout. I don't even think there was any, if I'm gonna be honest with you, but I just felt like the shadows just really blended and just really, it just looked really good. It just looked really, really good. I didn't have any issues with anything creasing, any kind of patchiness. So I was seeing a bunch of mixed reviews online, and I wasn't really sure if it was something I wanted to try, but I figured it was a 100-point perk, so why not give it a go? And I'm really happy with it. I know a lot of people were saying that they had creasing issues, their shadows went on really patchy. It was really patchy. Maybe they put a little too much, because I really only went in with a very small amount. You guys saw a little went a very, very long way. I actually think on this side I put a little too much, not an obscene amount, but I think I put a little too much on this side because I was just like, okay, I need to like work this in because I didn't want to waste it, but it dried down perfectly. I don't think this is a primer you need to set. I actually don't even recommend setting it. And I've never had a primer like that. Every primer I've used, I always need to set it because I was having issues, and it just dries down to a really, really nice finish. So overall, I really, really do like this. I am definitely going to invest in this. I am going to try this out a bit more, and I'm going to try it out with different palettes and just, you know, see how it goes. And I'm definitely going to try it out with the other palette I was having issues with. So I want to know if it's the palette's issue or if it was my primer. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget, likes, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.